Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your November 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what I am from us, the Celtic cross spread as always, and also pull the 4 agreements and wisdom and the oracle card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have Aquarius, and currently there's not really anything going on in Aquarius, but actually when we get to around the 20th or 21st, I believe, of November, we're actually going to have Pluto move out of your sign and into Aquarius, and it's pretty much going to be there for a long time. It's not going to be coming back into your sign, but in general, second house energy points to possession, self-worth, and finances. Right, we have Mars. Mars has been in your opposite sign for quite some time, and it will be until around the 5th or 6th of November. Then it will move into Leo. So it's moving from your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, contracts into your 8th house of death, rebirth, and intimacy. All right, and we have 9. So 9th house energy for you guys is Virgo. Astrologically speaking, it's pretty quiet there right now. But in general, 9th house points to philosophy, higher learning, and foreign affairs, so you might have some focus on those areas of life this month as well. All right, so we'll keep all that in mind as we go through the main spread. Okay, so in the main situation position, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy, and challenging that, we have Death, Scorpio energy. So, I mean, quite the contrast of energies, right? If we look at the colors, just the environments in general. What I will say is it looks, for some of you, this could just be saying maybe it's as simple as you might find yourselves with no energy this month, right? So if we look at the sun and the Lovers, it's up toward the top, right? And here we see it setting in the background there, which is more or less how it works, right? In the northern hemisphere anyway, during Gemini season, we have a lot more daylight than we do Scorpio season. So yeah, it could just be saying that you might feel yourselves get into lower energy this month, and possibly even, for some of you, could be a little bit deeper than that, to where you might even be feeling slight depression this month. So that could be what you're dealing with. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 7 of Cups. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where you might feel like you're not necessarily able to focus on things as well as you normally would be able to, right? So it could just be one of those things where you might feel your mind is drifting a lot this month. All right, in the past position, we have the 4 of Cups. So more Cup energy here. This is actually Cancer energy as well. So yeah, it could just be saying that maybe things coming your way that have been offered to you, for whatever reason, they just haven't really captured your interest at this time. So, yeah, like I said, it seems to be one of those things where you feel like you're a little bit detached from what's going on around you. All right, in the present position, we have the 10 of Swords. So this is Gemini energy here, and I do have to say, at least in this context, this appears to be more of a positive thing, right? Because if we just look at the some of the cards in the mix so far, and then we look at the colors as we go through the second half of the reading, it looks like this could just be saying that you might actually start to feel a shift pulling you out of that darker energy that you guys might have been in. So that's positive there. And for some of you, this could just be saying maybe you have some concerns around your work lives for some of you, or maybe there's just like a certain daily routine that you might engage in that might be doing more harm than good, that maybe you're trying to get out of your environment, but things along those lines. All right, in the near future position, we have the Queen of Wands. So yeah, so to me, this says that you might just be spending more time at home, right? Just really withdrawing a little bit, trying to recharge your energy, and that could be where your focus is going to shift. I will say we did just have that full moon in Aries, which is your 4th house too, so that could be a bit of a low energy type of transit as well. All right, in the position of your influence in a situation, we have Temperance. So yeah, so to me, this is at least a decent indicator that shows me that you will be able to regain your balance around the situation. So like I said, it seems like for some of you, it's just more of a temporary darker mood, or for some of you, might have even been in a bit of a depression for a while, and now you're just slowly working your way out of that. But either way, Seeing this card, given that it represents Sagittarius season as well, could just be saying that even if you don't feel that right away, you might start to feel it a little bit more as we get closer to the end of November. And then that would make sense to an extent as well, given that we said, Pluto will finally be leaving your sign and going into Aquarius. So maybe you'll just feel that bit of heaviness lift as well. All right. In the environment position, we have the Three of Wands. So more Aries energy here. So yeah, like I said, it looks like you guys just might be staying a bit more homebound this month. And it looks like you are waiting for something to come your way that you do actually want to engage with, right? So again, like I said, it seems like you might have lost interest in some things. So it does seem like at least you have an idea of what you would be interested in taking on, but it just might not have been coming your way lately. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the King of Swords. So yeah, I'm going to say for a lot of you, this is probably a hope, right? For a lot of you, you're probably hoping to have your clarity restored because, like I said, it looks like maybe you feel like you've just been in a bit of a mental fog lately, right? I will say you guys are going to have a Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, which is your 12th house, toward the end of November. So usually retrogrades in that context can be good if things are already a bit off the rails. They could help actually get the situation back on track. And that seems to be the case here. It seems like you guys have already been going through a bit of a rougher situation, so it could actually help clear that out in that context. All right. And in the outcome position, we have the Page of Swords. So yes, I see this as ultimately you guys will start to put yourselves back out there as we get toward the end of the month, right? So maybe not with the same level of confidence as the King of Swords would have, right? But at least the Page is someone who's willing to put themselves out there, at least take the risk, take the chance on something. So yeah. So to me, this says that as we get toward the end of the month, at least you will. Like I said, it seems like you have quite a bit of a withdrawn energy now. And as we get toward the end of the month, you will be putting yourselves back out there. All right, and bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. So this is the Sagittarius energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that, like I said, for a lot of you might have gone through a bit of a rough stretch and doesn't like it's fully cleared its way out yet. But again, like I said, I feel you will start to see signs as we progress through November that your energy will be getting lighter. And beneath that, we do have the Six of Wands too, which is definitely a pretty positive energy. So again, obviously it doesn't make it any easier while you're in the middle of it, but it does look like you will be seeing positive momentum this month. All right, from the Four Agreements deck, we have Don't Take Anything Personally, and it says love and respect yourself. All right, it says you are never responsible for the actions of others, but you are responsible for you. If someone is not treating you with love and respect, it is a gift if they walk away from you. You may hurt for a while, but your heart will eventually heal. So interesting message there, right? Because for some of you, if this is around maybe a romantic connection, right? So the lovers, people tend to think that right off the bat a lot, given the name of the card and the artwork, but it doesn't always have to point to that at all. But in this context, let's say if it did, right? Maybe you guys went through a rough breakup, right? Maybe you felt like, or even if not a breakup, someone that you might have had romantic interest in, if you felt like it wasn't being reciprocated. And maybe that's what put you in a bit of a darker mood, right? Could just be saying that could help you, this message here could help you clear your energy out as well. All right. And from the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have the Fates. There's the artwork and the number 17. All right, so essential meanings, it says fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. The Oracle's message, the Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in a serenity prayer. So yeah, like I said, it definitely looks like some of you guys might have went through something a bit difficult recently. And like I said, maybe you've been having difficulty grasping what it was all meant to teach you at the time, but it looks like from this message and just the spread in general, it looks like you will be getting some positive insight this month. All right, the relationship message says other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so you can remain in a relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there for those of you who were looking for some relationship guidance. I hope that resonated. And then the prosperity message says your experiences concerning prosperity and abundance are beyond your personal control right now. You are being invited to accept what is unreservedly. This could be a temporary situation seemingly thrust upon you by outside forces, but there is an underlying purpose you can't see that has been determined by the fates. It could be a situation you are unprepared for, and you may not understand how it will benefit you in a moment. Do not fight the situation. Ride it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it, and the serenity you need to make good choices from here on out will be given to you. You will indeed flourish. So yeah, again, definitely a positive message there. Like I said, I do see it does look like you guys have been going through a bit of a rough stretch lately. But again, like I said, even if you just look at the colors in the artwork, it looks like it will be getting lighter as the month goes on. So hope it resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.